Okay. What's up, Greenman? This is going to be your mid replay. I saw your MMR 5100 and I was like, that seems higher. And then I scrolled down and last time you were 4600. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations on that growth. So when we did our session, we talked about communication, about your status in games, and we also talked about your sense of urgency on the map when team fights are happening and making sure that you go clear waves or go do something else sort of thing. So that's, what I'm going to be looking for in your replay, but also, of course, anything else that I see. You said you had a rough lane against Sniper as Puck here, which is completely understandable. That's a very bad matchup. But you ended up getting a lot of early kills in fights, and at some point seemed almost impossible to win fights. So it looks like there was some period in the game where that, the fight started tipping against you. Not sure why. There's probably some point where I should just split push, but the fighting was going so well. Yeah, so we're going to watch the game. We're going to identify, portions of the game of like maybe something that would signal the fights are no longer going to be good for you, right? Unless it's maybe Kunkamid. Actually, I like that because I can tell what speed I have it on. Yeah, it is Sniper. Okay. Yeah, so you'll definitely want to defensive aggro these creeps a lot more often. So like in these cases, right here, you would defensive aggro right about now. Because not only is that making the creep closer to you, but your orb will also be up if you move the creep closer to you. So you'll have orb for it. Defensive aggro would have been nice there. He's not really hitting you very much. I do feel like Sniper got worse in lane because he lost his level 1 range. Like, he has to level take aim for it. And as a Sniper player, I did notice it myself. And so maybe against Puck, that feels a lot better. Like, it feels better as Puck. This is something we've talked about before, where you go for a range creep. And so we just really need you to get in the habit of when you go for range creeps, and your range creep is in tower, to aggro him to pull this with you. So that when you go for this range creep, you're not missing this creep over here, right? That's definitely something we've talked about before, so just a reminder there. Okay. Little AFK action there. Yep, nice. Yeah, I mean, lane seems to be going okay. 11-4 to 16-4, like, could be way worse. I honestly think the guy's, like, not being aggressive enough. You're doing a decent job CSing under tower. I don't know how I feel about the boots, honestly. I feel like maybe, like, the Robe of the Magi is better. Or even just a null, like something that gives you right-click damage, an ability to cast spells. I'm not sure what your idea with the boots first was. Maybe it's just a walk from rune to rune. Maybe it's better. I guess I just more so wonder what your reasoning there is. Yeah, nice. Like, if I see you walk for bounties and stuff, it would make more sense. But you're kind of just, like, staying in lane. So I don't think boots really do much for you. It's interesting that you went boots, then null. It's like, the only thing I would think about the boots is that they let you rush treads. I'm curious why you went boots before null. So this is a situation where you're level 5 and you have no desire to interact with Sniper, right? I hope that's the case. Like, you're thinking, like, I don't trade very well against Sniper and I'm level 5. So if that's the case, I want to kill these creeps as fast as humanly possible because I just want to get the fuck out of here. Because by the time he's back here, he's going to hit me, he's going to deny, he's going to annoy me with shrapnel. And, I also don't want to fight him when I'm, like, I don't have kill threat on him when I'm not level 6 yet. So for me, this is, like, a very clear time to just shove the wave and probably, like, go try to kill this camp or something to get level 6 before 6 minutes. But yeah, you just kind of AFK it with like very little urgency to push the wave, and then he comes over and like bullies you away, and yeah. If you were level 6, it's different, right? You can sit the lane on your hill because you don't mind if he walks up. Yeah, this was like a really... It's a very predictably bad engagement, right? You don't have your timing yet to kill him. You're trying to be aggressive when you can be playing for the timing that you're going to be able to be aggressive. Like, it's not surprising to me at all that you sat in lane playing... Like, the way you played said, come fight me, bro. And you're not in fight mode because you're level 5.5 and you lost your lane. So you encouraged interaction when on paper you definitely don't want it. So, you know, then I'm just curious what's going through your head. Like, what priority do you have? What part of that do you consciously disagree with? Or did you have a different impression of? Or did you not think about? You know, that's the kind of stuff that you need to ask yourself. You're going to look to rotate. Looks like a pretty good rotation. Yeah. Maybe a double kill. Nice. Very nice rotation. Gonna run back to mid. Probably get the rune. Okay. Fantastic luck on the rune there. You're gonna like push the wave now. Like, it looked like you had a sense of urgency there. That's like different. You missed the coil. Unfortunate. It happens. Oh. Okay, Brewmaster got him, but died. Okay, you got your regen rune going. Very nice plays. Should work. Okay. Going Witchblade makes sense. Very standard stuff here. TP back mid. I mean, all these rotations were pretty good for me. You're playing around your cooldowns. You see good things happening, so you're running back to them. Now what? Got a kill on sniper. We're going to pressure the tower. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. He's going to be alive before the creep wave gets here. Yeah, you push it out real quick and leave. You're going to rotate potentially towards top, but then you're going back for rune, it looks like, which is fine. So what's really interesting about this is that you're, like, behind your tower. I think what I would do here is I would click these creeps and drag them with me to the rune. Because that's, like, effectively, like, baiting him to fuck with you. And you have coil, so that, like, works really well. But now you're, like, going on him. Like, so it's kind of reactionary, I feel like. And I'm just letting you know, like, there's ways that you're playing that are encouraging them to go on you. And if you want him to go on you, then you can make that happen, like, more likely. You know, you can kind of bait him. And then earlier, you were, like, baiting him to go on you when you were level 5. And you don't want him to go on you. So, you know, at least I would hope you don't. So, I think this is just stuff for you to think about. You know, be curious why you're doing it. Okay. You're gonna go base. You got your Witchblade. Fights are going very well. Ursa TP's bottom. So here's the moment where I have, like, I just want to let you know what I'm thinking, so you understand, hopefully, as the game goes on. Because I don't know when fights start taking a turn. So your Ursa carry has bought a Diffusal, actually. I was going to say he's probably going Battle Fury and he TP'd bottom. He bought a Diffusal. Honestly, this guy's builds is kind of bad. I would have checked in on this and been like, okay, I guess this guy, like, wants to run at them, but we're against Naga, who's going to be, like, split pushing a lot, and I have a Ursa with a Diffusal. Maybe his idea is that, like, Magnus gives him in power, but that, in my experience, just doesn't work that way. You still buy Battle Fury anyway. So what I'm trying to say here is this is the time in the game where I would check in on this kind of stuff. I'd be like, oh, okay, like, this guy's diving. I just saw this guy TP bottom. Like, that's an impactful TP to me because I was considering walking down there because there was a bunch of creeps. I'm like, okay, so what's my Ursa doing? Is he just farming? And I'd see this and be like, oh, I guess he's not just farming, but he did TP to a part of the map that is away from enemies, right? And then I see this happening top, and just bear in mind, this is obviously happening a lot faster in my head than I'm describing it to you. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're diving top, like, that's forcing reactions, so I'm going to push this in and potentially connect to the fight if it looks good still. Otherwise, this is kind of the dead part of the map. Like, I'm not going to go there, really. I'm either pressuring this tower and connecting, or I'm, like, pushing this in and going back once somebody TPs in to defend. Those are, like, the two options that I'm thinking right now. So you're going to push. You're going to push, push, push. This is good. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. Yep. You're going to get the rune. Fantastic. The fight's still happening top. But right now, I see that we don't have RP and we don't have Brewmaster split. So I'm, like, complete dodge mode. Not really trying to do anything. Just farming, which is what you're doing. So that's good. You see an opportunity to potentially gank Naga, which makes sense. This is fine if you want to pressure. Yeah, that works. That works. So we still don't have Brew Split. But yeah, okay, you're making things work. You have an Arcane Rune, so that's pretty sick. Yeah, okay, you're just outplaying the shit out of them with your Arcane Rune. Nice. This fight probably does not go well without the Arcane Rune. Okay, nice. So now we're in the mode where we need to reset. Like, just get out of here. They're respawning. Okay, man, you actually pushed your limits hard there. At what point are we going to get out is the question. Looks like we're out. You bought a Blink Dagger. So the interesting part is, why not farm the camps near you? You know, that's the question. Why not clear these camps? Where are we going? What's the plan? We want the rune? Okay, fair enough. Never mind. I thought I saw on the map that it wasn't there. You went for the rune. This is the moment where, what are we doing here? Like, I'm thinking, why? Why are we here? I know we have a DD rune, but you don't have full HP, you don't have mag RP, and you don't have split, and your Brewmaster's top, and they are all sitting here. Like, this is just a moment where I ask myself, I understand you have ult and you have DD, but why are we here? Like, I'm just thinking, so much farm for free down here. I'm super strong on the map. They're all together. That's most notable. Like, this is a moment where I just wouldn't do anything here. What you know, there's just not... This just scares me. This whole thing, like, what's the point? You know, okay, we kill this guy. Now what? You know, what's the goal here? The longer it takes you to get out of this, the better. Like, it's scaring me. Like, I know you guys are killing them, but please go bottom. Please go bottom. It's fine. Okay, you guys got the kill. Go bottom. Stop hitting tier 2s. Okay. If you guys want to go for kills, that's fine. I've talked about this in other replays. I've officially banned hitting tier 2s. You have to tell me that every camp near you is cleared, every wave is properly cleared, and there's nothing else to fucking do in the game. If that's the case, you're allowed to hit a tier 2, okay? So, like, what's so important here is that if you TP bottom and push this out, then rotate back to mid to your team, suddenly the entire map is yours. But what's going to happen in here is somebody on your team's going to go bottom. It's going to be, like, awkward because, you know, you guys don't control the map anymore, or Naga's, like, getting out on the map too much and you're losing a tower. You're going to go now. You're, like, losing a tower for free. Ursa TP's there now, and suddenly the entire map is no longer yours. Like, literally, look at the map control just gone. Like, in an instant. Like, look at where they can be now. Like, if we rewind and look at where they could be right now, like, they have one guy down here, and that's it. Imagine if you had TP'd right now while they're dead, right? Right now, you TP while they're dead. You push this in and loop back to mid-rune. This lane is here, and then you guys are just controlling all of this. Like, literally, this is the line you hold, and they're just stuck. And maybe Naga's on the map by herself, right? I just want you guys to see this. I need you guys to see this. Stop hitting tier 2s. Just clear waves, please. See this. See this map move, please. It's everybody. Everybody I'm coaching. Like, if you guys could just be banned from hitting tier 2 towers before 20 minutes. Like, it's just beautiful. Go clear the waves. So I want you guys to see. Now your Ursa TP's there, and now the map's, like, gone now. There's, like, literally no map control. Like, what do we do now? You're, like, hunting illusions. Like, look at the map. All of a sudden, now you guys are, like, 4 heroes here for some reason? Like, what's the goal? Like, yeah, okay. I'm getting frustrated because, you know, I'm taking it out on you. Apologize. That mid fight right here is the exact same thing as this fight. Just one of them went well and one of them went poorly. And they just don't make sense according to the map. Like, the map movements don't make sense because we need to clear waves and then set ourselves up to have the favorable map control and then pick and choose our fights accordingly. But every time we kill somebody, we're just lingering in the same area. And then they gain map control again. Then we kill them. And then it goes back to normal. And then we have to kill them again. Rather than we kill them once, map gone. Like, map is just gone. So now we have like a somewhat disadvantageous trade. You're going to push top, keep going. You're going to get the bounty rune. Fantastic. You're going to loop back to mid towards your team. This makes sense to me. Sniper got the DD. Now we definitely don't want to fight them. I guess my team's wiping them, so maybe. Gonna connect. Sniper's pretty low. I'd actually show up to this too. This is good. You got Orchided. Unfortunate. I didn't know they had an Orchid. I wouldn't have done that if I knew they had an Orchid. Yeah, it's on Kunkka. Okay. Without Orchid, I would... knowing they had Orchid, I would not go to that. I did not know they had that. Didn't think they could really kill you. But yeah, I am fast-forwarding through the game, so I'm not checking these things. So we know they have Orchid on him. They're going Orchid on Puck. So we really need this Jules. Or Orchid on Naga. So please go top. Please go top. Please, for the love of God, just go top. Please. Please. Don't sit here on this wave. Look at this time. Please go top. Please go top. Please go top. Please. Oh, no. Okay, now your mag is top. So look at how, by not going top, your team is now surrendering map control. Because instead of playing down here around wards, they're now here. With no HP. Please go top earlier. Now we're with our team again. We need to go bottom. Please go bottom. Look at them. Look at the lanes. I don't care about any of this. Look at the lanes. Excuse me. I'm getting passionate. Look at the fucking lanes, people. Like, you're so strong on Puck. Just clear the lanes. They literally can't kill you. Clear the lanes. TP mid, TP bottom. Do anything. Why are we here? Oh, I'm so happy for you that you've gained 500 MMR, but I find myself screaming at you for the same reasons. It's really funny. Clear the lanes! The lanes! I hope I'm not disturbing Kasha's. My girlfriend's in a meeting right now, so I'll keep it down a little bit. For me, when I look at the lanes, all of these fights are completely senseless. They're just senseless. What is the goal? Like, if you win this fight, you're going to go back and push this lane. Like, that's what you're going to do. So, go push the lane and then take a fight. So, basically, what I'm trying to say is, going into this, you said, I don't know when we should have stopped fighting them, basically. And what I'm trying to tell you is, fix the lanes before you do anything else. Especially when you're winning. If you're losing, that's when you often have to make, like, smoked plays to kill the people on the enemy team that are consistently pushing out the lanes. Like, that's the dynamic. Like, if you're on the opposite team, they want you, as the Puck, to fight them because you're the one that outpushes the Naga. Right? Like, if she sends 2 illusions at waves, you clear the wave really fast, and you're the one that's going to create this natural map collapse of pressure. So what they need to do is kill the guy that does that. But you're not even doing it. You're just, like, delivering yourself to them. But we want to, quote-unquote, deliver ourselves to them when the lanes already look good. So then they have no other options. We've already farmed out the lanes, and we're creating pressure that way. These moves don't have pressure because this lane's here, this lane's here, and your Magnus is over here. And the reason that your teammates are consistently not with you one at a time is because you're the one ignoring waves. This is like the equivalent of trying to go to the gym without ever consuming any calories. Like, this is the work you need to do to fuel a good fight. You need this, like, resource, this pushing in lanes to set you up so you can do this thing. So yeah, you can watch this game back, again, with the lens of how many times did I just not push a lane that I could have just walked to that was not getting pushed. So then, instead of TPing here, don't TP here. Just go here. Just blink here. Because your team is mid and bottom, and Magnus and Brewmaster are respawning in 40 seconds. So if you TP top right now, that means that wherever your team tries to fight during the duration of your TP cooldown, you're going to need to go to them. Like, literally walk to them. So this, 5 seconds plus 3 creeps that you're saving is putting you at not being able to fight with your team for 40 seconds, which feels really bad. Don't make these TPs. The only time you TP is when you are 100% sure you will not need to walk to your team in the next 80 seconds. So just walk out of base, blink out of base, orb out of base. You're so fast out of base. Don't TP. So now you're isolated on the map and you have to walk towards your team. Because if you have a TP right now, you push this wave and then TP here. That's what I want you to see. This wave gets cleared if you didn't TP the first time. So same fight, but you're coming from bottom tier 1 with an extra wave pushed. I don't mind the fight, though. I understand you guys are going for Roche. Just the waves. Always the waves. But yeah, you guys went from a 4K lead to, a 4K deficit. And it's just, there's no hedging when it comes to the creep waves. And what I mean by hedging is that every time the waves are pushed in, good fights lead to better things, and bad fights lead to less bad things. And when the waves are not pushed in, it's just kind of a crapshoot of what happens. Let's hope for the best. Maybe the fight goes well, maybe it doesn't. And yeah, now we're in this, against Naga, Sniper, we can't, and Kunkka even, and we, can't walk into them because they have really strong team fights. And now the waves are against us instead. So we don't actually get to pick and choose our fights. We kind of just have to take these fights. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the game is definitely very, very decided. I mean, maybe there's some crazy throw that happens. No, it is. Okay. So yeah, forgive my emotional passion that came out in this game. I'm just I want you guys to understand. So I always take some accountability that whatever I'm saying isn't landing. Get kills, push lanes. Right? So right now, you're going to get this rune. What I would do here is I would loop back bottom, clear this wave. As my blink's getting delivered to me, I go back to my team and fight on wards. Right? But what we're doing is we're just ramming our throats down one lane here, right? Sure, they give us a fight. That's great. Imagine if at that rune, you just did this move with your blink, right? It's the exact same result where you're fighting, but you cleared a wave, right? So then, basically, okay. So yesterday, I was coaching a carry player that's 5,500. And he didn't have the best map awareness on where his teammates were with regards to where he should be farming. And so, being at 5,500, he's obviously a very efficient farmer, and he's able to take camps effectively and all that kind of stuff. But where he was going wrong is that he was not adjusting to where his teammates were. So he would sometimes be around his teammates when he didn't want to be, and he would end up in random fights. So what I've been trying to teach people is that when you're getting better at the game, we want to replicate the same thing with an added constraint, or an added thing that we also do. So for him, his initial thing he's trying to do is to farm as efficiently as possible. I now say you're 5,500, farming efficiently as possible is not enough. It's good, it's not enough though. Enough is to also farm as efficiently as possible, either intentionally away from your team when you don't want to farm, or you don't want to fight, and farm towards your team when you want to fight, right? So now you're stuck with, I have to get the most efficient farm that is not near my team.
So if there's 3 options and the most efficient option is near a teammate, I need to take the second best option for efficiency sake. So we're adding a constraint that will make him better at farming, right? And more high level. So for you, you want this fight in the mid lane. The constraint that I need to add for you, I think, when you're looking for fights, you need to think, I need to push all of the lanes that I can. So you need to look for opportunities to get that extra wave. I can show you all the times in this game, I already have to some degree, but this is a case in point. By getting the rune, knowing your blink dagger's coming, so you see this and you do this move. This is just an example. I'm just giving you an example. The one here, where you TP top when your teammates were respawning in 40, it's predictable that your team is going to fight sometime soon because they're all respawning and they'll have their cooldowns. So by TPing here and then having to walk to your team, you missed a wave. Right? This is like 24 minutes in or whatever. So in that case, you'd want to walk. This is all strategy for how do you get that extra wave. And I know you're making mistakes because I've been there, done that. Like, these are all mistakes I've learned from myself. And I know that you need to optimize clearing the waves. You want the fight. We need to get you, like, at one point we said just fucking split push at all costs. Right? So you've definitely swung back the other direction into your natural tendency to want to fight them at all costs. Get that extra wave. Get that extra wave. So, like, my feedback for this replay, which I'll put in the notes, is added constraint. You are looking for team fights, good team fights. Or condition, or let's do this condition, or current approach. You are looking for good team fights. Keep same approach, but added constraint. Minigame of optimizing clearing creep waves between fights. This is before fights to set them up, and after fights to set up good future fights. So, like, we see this example, and then when you win the fight, like, so imagine you did this, right? You cleared this wave. You then took this fight exact same way. Then you kill these guys. Then you TP, or then you walk this way and clear this wave real quick because the wave's going to be like right here instead, right? And then you go get the rune. And then when they respawn, this lane is here and you've got a rune right here. Just where the fuck do they go? Right? Like, where the fuck do they go? There's just nowhere to go. So yeah, this is how I want you to envision it. It just adds up a lot. So, thanks for signing up. I know I was a bit passionate there. Maybe to a fault.